Good morning, Standard 9 students. Today I shall be teaching you Act 1, Scene 1. Okay. Now, the manner in which you have to prepare or learn, you must memorize each act with each scene. Like today, I'll be teaching you Act 1, Scene 1. Okay? Now, we must know where does the scene take place. So, the scene takes place in Venice on a street or a street in Venice. Okay? And then it will be written enter. When you check your textbook, you will see enter. Enter means these are the characters who are involved in that particular act. Okay. That means in Act 1, Scene 1, we have Antonio, who is the rich merchant of Venice, in which the play gets its name. Okay. And his two friends, Celerino and Selenia. Okay, these three characters are in a street in Venice. But you must know where the scene takes place and who are present in the scene. Okay. But now for every act, every scene, you have to memorize this. Like Act 1, Scene 2. The scene takes place in Belmont. There we are introduced to Portia, Nerissa, her maidservant. Okay. Then again in Act 1, Scene 3, we come back to Venice. Okay. And then you have Shylock, Bassanio, and all these people involved. So it is very important. So whenever you read the play, you have to make sure you read Act 1, Scene 1. Scene, Venice, a street. Enter means the people who are involved in the play or in the scene. So they are in Act 1, Scene 1. We have Antonio, the rich merchant of Venice, and his two friends, Celerino and Selenia. Okay. Now this particular play opens with a sad or melancholic mood. Melancholic means sad. Okay. The play opens with a sad note. Now why does it open in a sad note? There's Antonio, the rich merchant of Venice. He is expressing his sadness. He is feeling very sad and he is expressing his sadness to his friends. That is Celerino and Selenia. Now he says, without a word of lie, in sooth. Now this is the Shakespearean language. This is truly. Says, I am sad. Okay. But I do not know the reason for my sadness. Now that is very strange. Whoever feels sad, they have got sufficient reasons to be sad. Either you lose a near and dear one, that makes you sad, or somebody has scolded you for no reason, that will make you sad. If you have requested for something and your request has been turned down, that will make you sad. So, to be sad, all of us has got a reason. But this Antonio, he is expressing his sadness to his friends. He says, I am sad, but I do not know the reason for my sadness. He says, it wearies me and so it wearies you. Means it makes me tired. It also makes you tired. Now what he meant was, when we think about the sadness and we do not know the reason for our sadness, it tires one. Okay. And then he wants to know, how did he acquire it? how he found it, from where it is born, what stuff the sadness is made up of. Now he's trying to go deep into the meaning of sadness. Because usually a person who is under tremendous amount of pressure, like a married man, he has to take care of his family, he has to educate his children, give them proper clothing and food to see for their basic needs. And then he looks for their education. He needs money to spend for her education. Then if the daughter's grown up, she has to get married. So there is another tension on his head. So there are sufficient reasons why a man is sad. But this Antonio, this merchant, he is quite shocked that how come he is a man who has acquired this sadness. He is a rich merchant. He is a young Venetian. Not to say he is a very old man or he's got wife and children, maybe strings of children. He is a well-established businessman. That is why he's wondering, so how come a man like me, who has got plenty of money, I am not a married man, I don't have any children, I don't have any other responsibilities, but yet I do not know why I am sad. He says, and the more I think about it, the more it makes me feel like a stupid fellow. So it makes me dull when I keep pondering over why a man like me, who is a well-established businessman with no worries, no problems, no miseries, yet I am sad. So it troubles me. And sometimes I forget, I find it even difficult to understand myself. It troubles me even to think, what kind of a person am I? So here he shows, the play opens with a sad note by Antonio, is referring to his sadness and does not know the reason for his sadness and how this sadness has affected him in his life. Okay, how it makes him into a dull fellow, a stupid fellow, and how he fails to understand more about himself. So, now his friend Celerino is trying to reason out. Now, Antonio is sad, we all know. Okay, we take it for granted, and Antonio is a sad man. But he does not know the reason for his sadness. Okay, we cut it short that way. And now we see Celerino wants to reason out that what could be the possible reason for his sadness. Since he does not know why he is sad, perhaps I could help him to find out the reason for his sadness. And what is the reason for his sadness? He says, your mind is tossing on the ocean. So Celerino is trying to now tell Antonio what could be the possible reason for your sadness. Says your mind is troubled. Your mind is concerned. Your mind is worried about your ship. Your argosy. Argosy means a big merchandise ship or a big commercial ship. Okay, you are worried about your ship which is on the ocean. That means you are worried about the safety of the ship on the ocean. Okay. But you fail to understand that your ship is huge. And it has been compared to a rich gentleman or a rich citizen. Now in the sea or in the ocean, so the Antonio ship is there. It is a huge, mighty ship. It is like a pageant on the floods. Means as if it was there for an exhibition. And there are many other petty or smaller ships. and boats traveling along. So when they come in front of this big ship, they pay their respect because as the wind is blowing, the ships go up and down. And it appears as if they are bowing down their heads in front of this big, mighty ship. So, like a rich citizen, how he is respected by the common people. So, when a VIP or a minister or a leader, political leader comes, then what do the common people do? They bring garlands, bouquets, and then they want to give him a warm welcome. So they pay their due respect by bowing in front of him. So it's like that. Your ship is there like a rich citizen, and all the petty boats and ships, they are paying their reverence or paying their due respect to your ship. In other words, you are sad because you are worried about the safety of that big commercial ship of yours. But there is no need for you to worry because there are many other ships, smaller ships that are there. So your ship is not the only one traveling on the ocean or in the sea. Okay. Then Selenio says, if I had a business like yours, in other words, if I had my business like the number of businesses you have, then I would never feel sad or I would never be worried about anything. I would be concerned about the profit that my ship would bring from abroad. And in order to know how much profit, so I would only have to take a blade of grass and see in which direction the wind is blowing. Okay. And then I would peer through the map and then I'll see the dangerous harbors or ports or channels. In your text it is written roads. Now roads actually means channel, a passage in the ocean or in the sea. Okay. So in that way I will see where all my ship will be traveling. It may be traveling through some dangerous areas also. But as long as no harm comes to my ship, I will not feel worried or get tensed or feel sad about it. But if I am running out of luck, if my luck is bad and something goes wrong with my ship, either my ship is destroyed or my ship is wrecked or some harm comes to my ship, only then, when I come to know that my ship has been ruined or destroyed, only then I will feel very sad about it. In other words, as long as my ship is safe and sound, I am not going to feel sad or feel worried about it. Only when the ship is destroyed, obviously, that will definitely make me feel very sad. As long as no harm comes to my ship, I am not going to feel sad for anything. Okay? Then, whichever portion is there in the workbook, in the extract, that will be your homework. Please write it down with pencil. So when I am discussing the question and answers in the workbook, you will be able to write the correct answer. Thank you.